Hi friends. So in this video we will discuss about time travel feature in Snowflake. Okay. In one of my previous videos, what we have discussed, I have shown you uh, the- Snowflake supports data retention time or time travel feature for 90 days for permanent tables. Okay. So in this video we'll discuss about what is the use of that data time travel feature, okay, or how we can use in our day-to-day activities and how we can achieve that thing. Okay, let me show you. If you see here, let me try to create first one table. Okay, so I have created one table, test 123. So what happens whenever we are creating running any of the queries, so Snowflake creates one query id with that query. Okay, so what we can do, you can copy query id from here easily. Okay, now so let me first run this query. If you see here, for each query Snowflake creates one query id. So if you see here we don't have any data in this table. Okay, so let me again run this query id. Okay, now let me copy this query id. Okay, I had copied my query id. Okay, now let me try to insert few records in this table. Okay, and let me uh okay, let me copy its this query id also. No, let me run one more query first. Okay, for 103 I have also run it here. Copy query id. Okay, so this is my query id. Okay, for before entering the record, any of the record, this was my query id, and after entering some records, this is my query id. Okay, now let me run this query. See, it is showing me two records. Now if I want to check the records before like this query id, okay, like before entering any of the records, so what I can do here, we can use this select star from this table name and before this statement. Okay, here before running any this statement there was no record in in my table. So in this way Snowflake maintains history up to 90 days for permanent tables. Okay, now you might be thinking, like, for each query you cannot remember query id or you cannot copy and paste query id. Okay, so how you can use in real time? So like suppose I have executed run one query today, and after 2 days I have made some changes and I want to uh, check the records, what records are present before 2 days. So you cannot copy and paste all the statements. So if you see here, Snowflake provides instead of this statement, what you can do, you can use timestamp also. Okay, before this time and stamp, how many minutes before minutes you want to use. Okay, I have used this statement thing. Okay, if you want to use, you can use this offset clause, because it means how many minutes or seconds before you want to test these things. Okay, and you can also provide timestamp also at for which time you want to test the records. In this way you can explore this documentation also. So my goal was to just to explain you how this time travel feature works. Now one more important thing, if you see here, like as I told, by default Snowflake provides what is the data retention time for by default it provides data retention time of 90 days. Okay, sorry, 1 day. So this is my permanent table. If you see here, data retention time is 1 day. Okay, now so as my data retention time is 1 day, so I'm able to test its run this query. But now suppose if I change to data retention time to 0, then what will happen? I have changed this data retention time. So in that case, if my data retention time is 0 days, so in that case this query should not work. You see here, it means it has deleted the records. I can say that it is not maintaining the history of those records. So in this way, costing is associated with each and every feature which is provided in Snowflake. Okay, so that's why I was telling you, like while creating your depends on requirement, you have to decide which type of table you want to create, because and how much retention time or fail safe period you want to for that those tables. Okay, now if I as I change this data retention time to 0 days, if you see here, there is no data, it is showing as 0. So that's why we have to aware about each and every feature. We are not supposed to just go and blindly create any of the database objects, because for each and everything cost is associated. Definitely all the cloud technologies are providing us a lot of features, okay, lot of performance, lot of each and everything, but for each and everything cost is associated. So, okay, also it's not like one time cost, because suppose without understanding like whether you have to create permanent table, how much retention time it is required in your project. So in the long run it will provide lot of cost to our company. So that's why we have to aware about how we can change data retention time. Okay, and if you want to check like these things, so how we can do. Okay, now in next video I will try to discuss about secure view. Thank you.